And good morning, everyone. Welcome into the second of our programs today. This will be the star of the game. These young people were selected by our WCHC staff after a broadcast of the fall sports season on our Facebook page. Of course, the star of the game supported and sponsored by our friends here at Epifano McDonald's restaurant. We always like to bring all the kids in after the sports season and get a chance to talk to them a little bit and their coaches as well. We'll kind of divide it up depending on what time restraints we have here, but we'll try to keep things moving as we possibly can. First of all, before we get into the guests, let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Nick Epifano once again on this beautiful Saturday morning.
Yeah, beautiful rainy Saturday morning. But you know what? It's sunny in here.
Yep.
And very enlightening with all these young folks that we got coming in today. What a day to be able to celebrate our young student athletes and now the stars of the game today. Quite a long bunch of videos we got going on today, but what a blessing to be able to do this.
Which we talked about with the Saturday before Christmas. A lot of folks are probably saying, well, I wonder what their hours are going to be at McDonald's. We once again want to emphasize what the schedule is going to be, at least for the next couple of days.
Sure. I mean, we're regular hours today. Christmas Eve, we close at 4 o'clock. We'll be closed Christmas Day, of course. And then the rest of the time after that will be normal hours through New Year's and all that. So
all right.
We'll be here to take care of you as you're traveling. We do have the one restaurant in the courthouse is 24 hours through the drive-through. So, when we're back open, if you're traveling and those kind of things, you can come through that restaurant 24 hours. And we're here to serve you and take care of you. And once again, like I said in the previous video, thank you to our employees for everything they do. We could never be able to do anything without all of them, and we sure do appreciate all their hard work and everything they do every day to take care of our customers. And we thank you, our customers, for patronizing the Epifano McDonald's. You give us the opportunity to be able to do these things, and thank you for investing in the community, because when you spend money with us, that's exactly what you're doing, and thank you for that. Randy and I have been doing this for quite a few years.
20 plus.
We're honored to be able to do it, and we don't take that lightly, and we enjoy these days to be able to have these coaches and young athletes on here to talk about some of the great things they're doing.
All right, so with that,
we'll take a quick break, get things set up, and we'll start this baby. How's that sound?
Get some interviews underway. So if you're watching for a particular student, well, they should be coming up within the next hour or so. So stay with us right here on the Star of the Game special, part of the Epifano McDonald's Saturday McSports Show, right here from the Jeffersonville McDonald's on the Epifano Sports Network.
All right, Keith.
Okay. Kaylee.
Let's go. Both chairs. Okay, let me start this.
Let's talk some soccer. What do you think? Kaylee Ellers was the star of the game for Washington Courthouse against Miami Trace back in, my goodness, it's been so long. What, September was it?
Yeah.
We was out there? Okay. Kaylee, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's your parents?
Brandon and Kelly Ellers.
That's it. Oh, okay. How is it like to have a dad as your coach?
It's okay. Sometimes it's hard, but sometimes it's not.
Yeah. I coached my son. It was PAL basketball, but still I coached my son.
Yeah.
He hated it. I was always riding him the hardest, I had to learn to kind of chill out a little bit. When you look at your program this year, obviously you guys are trying to really reestablish some things, and sometimes you have to take some steps back to get some steps forward and so forth like that. But after you've now had 2 years on the varsity level and stuff, where do you see some areas that you feel that you've improved in, and some areas that you feel your program's improved in?
I think just really as a program coming together, because we don't always have success, but we come together and we always work hard and push through what adversity we do have. And personally for me, I feel like stepping up and just being there for the other teammates and everything.
I noticed the one thing is that, teams that were beating you like 10-0, 11-0 your freshman year, and now it's like maybe 6-1 or 5-2. So you're getting there. It's just going to take some more, especially offensive ability and stuff like that. What position are you playing?
Mainly I play goalie. Sometimes I'll come out on the field and just play either back on defense or up on offense sometimes, but mainly in the goal.
Now, didn't you set some kind of a school record as a freshman?
I set 2 my freshman year, and then I ended up setting another one this year.
Which one was that?
All-time career saves.
Oh, sophomore. You've already set the career? Oh my goodness, girl, you can pad the stats on that bad boy. Wow. All right. What things are you involved with at school?
At school, I am involved with, we started FFA this year, so I'm involved with that. I try to involve myself with anything that, we volunteer to help with at the younger schools or anything like that.
Okay, good. Think maybe teaching someday?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Why? Oh. As she points to Dad. Probably some horror story, right? Well, Brandon, as we mentioned, the program has made some strides. I know people look at the record and says, how in the world can you say that? But I think you have to look at the overall picture, because the program did have some success years ago.
Yep.
People tried to keep it up, but it just didn't come together. So you've almost had to come in and do a rebuild all over again, and that takes time.
Yeah, it does. We work hard, and if you look at the last 2 seasons, we've won more games in the last 2 seasons than they have in the last 7.
Yeah.
So you look at that, that's a success in our eyes. Still aren't where we want to be. Girls are working hard to get there. We should have been a little bit better this year than we were. We had some injuries that set us back a little bit. When you're rebuilding, 1 or 2 key players out can make a big difference.
Right.
So, but we don't make excuses. We keep working hard. We should be adding some numbers back in with the incoming freshman class again this year. Really looking forward to that class coming in and adding to our numbers, and hopefully we can get on the winning side this year on the record board. So
I know that one of the things I think I've asked you in the past was the fact that it's so important to have some kind of a system throughout the entire school system. Do you guys have like a junior high program, or are you working on that, or what?
Yeah, we do. Our junior high program is actually a club program, so we're allowed to play 6th graders as well. So I got 6th, 7th, and 8th grade on that junior high team. And then we have in the works to start a 5th and 6th grade club team at the elementary level.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like the football program where we're going to travel around and play some other schools. Josh Thorman and Chad Tolbert and myself are in the works on getting that set up.
Okay.
And our hopes is possibly even a boys program back at Courthouse. So.
I was going to say, I think that's been vastly missed over the last several years, not having a boys program, and try to get some interest built back up there as well. So that's great. Well, I know you've got to go shoot some hoops. I promised Coach Dennett I'd have you guys back by 11:30. So when I let you go, I want to tell Dad, or are you driving? Okay, drive safely, okay?
Will do.
And we'll see you tonight at the ball game.
Yep.
And just have fun today, okay? Enjoy yourself. take this all in. You've had some Miami Trace courthouse experiences now, so you're probably like, okay,
yeah. This is a game of emotion.
Yes.
Anything can happen.
All right.
And we're looking forward to having a good day. So.
All right, good enough. Just hope the sports announcer guy will have a good day too. He won't get all nervous, All right. So Kaylee Ellers and Brandon Ellers joined us. Of course, once again, Kaylee was their star of the game against Miami Trace back in September. Thanks so much. You guys have a safe trip. We'll see you later tonight.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's take a quick break. Next guest coming up right after this. All right, we're back here. Our next guest is Ian Mavis, Miami Trace Soccer. And what I call, we should just gave you half a plaque, because you guys got done at halftime. I thought about that, and I thought, no, we'll give him the whole plaque. I mean, it's not his fault. You guys won 8-0, and I guess there's new rules that you're up to 8 goals. The game's called.
Yeah. A new tournament rule.
New tournament rule that went into effect this year.
Yep.
See, I heard earlier it was going to be 11, so we was doing a halftime show, and all of a sudden you guys were up there for the post-game program. It's like, wait a minute, this is not right. All right, Ian, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's your parents?
Nicole Fatika Mavis and James Mavis.
Okay, and you are a junior?
Yep.
All right, guessed that one right. I'm usually guessing wrong. What position did you play on the soccer team?
I'm a striker, so anything up top, really.
I'm going to say that sounds tough. Striker. You're not hitting people, right?
Oh, heck no.
No, okay. Is it more of a defensive player?
No, I'm more of
offensive player.
Yeah, that's really all I do.
Oh, okay. How long have you played soccer?
Since I was 3, so I'm 16 now. It's wild.
Kind of a veteran here,
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had legs at 3 years old.
Oh gosh.
You guys go around in little diapers and stuff like that, or what's the deal?
They'll just set little goals
been
out.
Playing since he could walk.
Yeah.
Really, that's great. Yeah, I didn't even. I tell people, I said I learn something new every time I interview these young people. Didn't even know they had a league that. That's unbelievable. Tell us about your school activities. What are you involved with at school?
So I just pretty much do soccer and football, but for football I just kick. That's really all I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember you being on the football program and stuff like that. What are some of your classes and stuff you take?
I'm in a few college classes, so college English, I'm in college chemistry and college government, and then the rest are just like high school math.
More kids seem to be taking college courses now than ever before. What kind of drew you to want to try? Is it just I like to get the basics done in case I would go to college?
Yeah. So I just wanted to get the stuff I can out of the way while I could.
Okay. Well, it's good to have that option. Are you doing that through Southern State?
Yeah, Southern State.
Oh, okay. You told me you play other sports. What was it?
Just soccer and football. I used to play basketball, but
okay,
I just couldn't fit it into my schedule anymore.
Okay. So what are you going to work on now with winter and spring?
So I play for a club team. I play for Blast FC. So it's a soccer team.
Okay.
And I pretty much just train with them and go to tournaments in Denver, Indianapolis, things of that nature.
My goodness. He said he travels like Denver and Indianapolis and stuff like that.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Colorado, but definitely Indiana.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Mom's like, yeah, I know you travel. Yeah, I know. What kind of experience do you get though by playing like the club ball and stuff like that?
I'd say it's more difficult than high school because I'm going against people in the MLS next league, so they're like they're pretty much like the next level of professional. So
Wow.
they're probably going to go pro, and I'm just playing against them, trying to get more exposure. So
That's good. That's good. Josh, how many of your kids do things like that as far as play other off season like that?
So we had 20 boys on the roster for the past season, and 7 of them are doing travel soccer.
Really?
So, and that's the most I've had. Like this was my 9th season at Miami Trace. That's the most club players that we've had is 7, and so yeah, I'm super proud of those guys putting in the work. You have a lot of players that move from sport to sport in different seasons, but you know, some of the guys they found their passion, you know, is soccer, and so. But where we live, it's a little difficult because he's gonna be driving to Columbus to play for this club.
Right.
We have a couple guys that are driving to Chillicothe to play for a club down there. But you know, you got to get in the car and go to go find that competition and find the teams.
Yeah.
So we don't really have with the younger groups. We have started a club in Fayette County. We call it the Big Cat Soccer Club.
Okay.
Big Cats as in Lions and Panthers, and our club colors are black and blue. So we've got a few of those younger teams going now, but to give opportunity for our Fayette County kids to not have to travel so far for practices and whatnot.
Tell us a little about this young man.
What can I say about him? He's like the Energizer Bunny up there. He never stops hustles his butt off. He's awesome. He's got the ball at his feet. He's such a creative player. He really sees the field. He makes a lot of things happen. The defense, whoever we're playing, they're going to have to spend put a lot of attention on trying to stop him, which allows us to sneak other players up, help with our attack. Last year he's honorable mention All Southeast District, which is huge. He was our second leading scorer. He had 11 goals, 10 assists. You know,
Wow.
As many assists as he does goals.
Yeah, that's pretty good stat.
Yeah, he's sharing the ball. Like I said, a creative player. He's a playmaker. You get the ball on at his feet, then those other guys can get up there, and you know, our offense. We're at our best when he ends up top with the ball.
And good. He's one of you fellows that will come back next year, so you can continue to build around him and things like that.
Excited
Don't get too excited here, okay? I mean, he's just smiling ear to ear like, I can't wait to get back on the soccer field. Okay, let him have a little off season, if that's what you call it. All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations. You were the star of the game against Piketon, and we congratulate you. Wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll catch you guys again next year and get some more soccer games.
That would be great.
Now we got the Wi-Fi system figured out in that press box. We can actually do some more stuff out of Miami Trace.
Good.
And we're still working on Washington, but we'll see what happens there. All right.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you guys. All right.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some more soccer. We'll go from the Miami Trace male side to the Miami Trace female side right after this. Back here at the Star of the Game special, part of the Epifano McDonald's Saturday McSports Show. Can you say that 3 times real quick? Huh? What? What did you say?
Anybody can.
Huh?
You probably sleep with that.
Yeah, I sleep that with on my mind, Chad. You're absolutely correct. Haley Webster is with us right now. Is that right? Or is it Hallie?
Haley.
Haley. I don't even know why I asked you then. I had it right first time.
did.
All right, Haley Webster, Miami Trace Soccer. She was the player of the game against Washington Courthouse. You scored the goal, didn't you?
Yes.
The only goal, right?
Yeah.
How many 1-0 games have you guys played this year? Do you remember?
Not very many this year.
Really? So you guys, I gotta say, the first couple scores I got this year, you guys were scoring like 10 or 12 goals a game, and I'm thinking, what in the world got in those young ladies, you know? My goodness. Overall, how'd your season go? I mean, you personally.
I think it was pretty good. It definitely improved from last year, so that's good.
No?
We didn't get as many wins as we wanted to, but yeah, we definitely improved as a team. So.
Now you are a junior?
Sophomore.
Sophomore?
Yes.
Don't worry, I've never gotten any of the kids' classes right yet, so so why should anything be different with you? So as a sophomore, so you've had 2 years of experience on the varsity level. What part of your game you felt that you have improved in those 2 years so far?
I think my confidence has definitely improved.
Really?
Yes.
That's an interesting statement.
I know, yeah. I was not confident at all as a freshman, even though like I was a pretty good player.
Was you afraid to kick the ball?
No, I don't know.
That confidence, or just the positions you had to play, or?
I don't know why, honestly, because I don't think I definitely improved like playing wise since last year, but I don't know why I wasn't confident because I was good. I think maybe I was just really in my own head, but I honestly.
Well, you know, and people got to remember, you guys are, what, 14, 15, 16-year-olds?
Exactly.
You're going through a lot anyway, trying to grow up and figure out things in life. Then you're on sports and the coach is telling you to do these certain things. It has to throw you off a little bit, like, can I do anything right?
Yeah.
I mean, they still say that to me. And I'm an old guy, you know? Your season in the girls division, who was the toughest this year that you guys had to go up against?
Probably the tournament game. I forget what was it?
Sheridan.
Sheridan.
Sheridan? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, they had a big turnaround this year.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, they were really good.
What,
It's my old rivalry.
yeah, probably.
To New Lexington.
So he went to New Lex, so he knows what you're talking about when you're
that's
talking
right.
about
They're right.
Sheridan.
They're real close, aren't they?
Yeah, so he knows what you're talking about and stuff like that. Overall, though, Chet Tolbert's, of course, the coach of the girls program. You look back on your team this year. You know, Haley kind of mentioned maybe you didn't get as many wins, but overall, offensively, you scored more goals.
Yes.
And you did see some more personal best, I think, of some of the girls as well.
Yeah, like we talked before, we were just, and I know Courthouse was too, but we were really, really young. There was several games, 8 or 9 of our starters were freshmen and sophomores. So
Wow.
back to what she said with her confidence, she is exactly correct. But when you mention, when you're a freshman, you know, last year freshman, 14-year-old, and you're playing a lot of juniors and seniors,
Yeah.
there's a reason a lot of teams that are junior and senior led have successful seasons.
Right,
There's
right.
just a size difference. There's a strength difference, let alone, you know, the years of experience playing, you know, several years before getting to those last 2 years in high school. So, no, we were really young. You know, yes, we scored a lot more goals, broke a single season scoring record in doing it, and we were more competitive in our losses. You know, we track all that. So, but yeah, we had considering where we're at, we're ready to turn that corner and ramp it up even more going into the next 2 years with our young team. But yes, overall we had a successful season.
How many seniors did you have?
0.
You didn't have any seniors at all?
0.
That's right. I remember that now.
And only 3 juniors.
Wow. So everybody back. So yeah, you could.
And at one point, 2 of those juniors, the 3 juniors started, but at one point, 2 of those juniors were hurt. They missed at least 2 or 3 games.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we had 10 of the 11
Wow.
out there that were freshmen and sophomores.
So you're probably like Josh. You're looking at the chops like, oh, I can't wait to get back out on the field.
Yes.
This group.
Yeah.
What are you having the girls do during the off season?
Several of them do play other sports, so you know
not much we can do with those. But the last 3 or 4 years, we do futsal or indoor down at Chillicothe.
Okay.
Chillicothe coach puts that on, and we're doing that again. We've got 8 girls doing that, but then we also put 1 or 2 teams in indoor down at Chillicothe, and that's usually a mix of middle schoolers. We'll usually throw them in, and sometimes in the high school division, just getting them prepared. I think we might have enough middle schoolers this year to just do a middle school team.
Okay.
And then in the spring, for anyone not doing a spring sport, we'll start lifting and conditioning outside. Usually starts out a little cold, but we usually start that in April.
Okay.
So doing everything we can to continue to build the program.
Haley, you do weights?
Yeah.
She does.
What kind of weights do you lift? I mean, what's your poundage?
Depends at what point we are in the lifting. They always get
I don't
frustrated
really-
starting back,
Okay.
starting back at the beginning of the year because we have them track it, write
Oh,
down their
okay.
stuff. So,
Okay.
but it doesn't take long to get that back usually.
Oh, they'll make you come in here and say shoot 100 pounds and all that stuff.
So no, we try to hit all the strengthening. We try to do a full body lifting.
My
every
arms
time.
are not strong at all.
No.
Oh, well, it's definitely something you got to kind of work on a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations. You were the star of the game against Washington Courthouse. Chad, thanks for coming up. As I mentioned before, now we got the Wi-Fi situation we think figured out in the press box. Hopefully we can do some
Good.
more soccer games
Good.
next year.
We got a lot of home games this next year.
Oh, that's good. We'd like
lot
to hear
of-
that. Like to hear that. Mr. Epifano likes to give away Star of the Game awards to soccer players, right, bud? That's right. So we'll take care of that for you. Okay. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Appreciate it. Have a
Thank
good
you.
Christmas, okay?
All right. Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more. In fact, we'll jump back to courthouse volleyball right after this. All right, we're back here at the Star of the Game program. For those who are tuning in, let me real quickly tell you that we still have Miami Trace football coming up, and then we're going to go straight into Miami Trace volleyball. We're not going to take a break. That way, hopefully, we'll get called up and I can get out to the ball game this afternoon sometime, okay? So let's talk volleyball. Washington Courthouse, the Blue Lions, the Big Blue.
Yeah.
Scotty Quigley. You were with us last year, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I know your dad. He went to school with my son.
Really?
Yeah. But I won't hold that against you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And Addison Cardinal, who won in the reserve, right, for against Miami Trace, because that's the only game that we do both varsity and reserve. So we try to make it that matchup really special. So Scotty, let's talk to you first. You were part of the varsity star of the game. Tell us about your season. How did it go?
Well, I was out for half the season with an ankle injury, but other than that, I'd say the season was really good.
She misses half a season and still was good. I love that positive attitude. I love that positive attitude. What was the problem with the ankle?
We were at a Cedar Point tournament, and I went down and sprained it really badly, so it was just a really bad sprain.
Well, you basically just had to keep working with therapy and stuff like that, and wrap it and all that. Okay. Once you got back, though, what were some of the things that you were able to accomplish?
I'd say I played a little bit like the same, you know. There was not a big difference in getting back, but it was just a little slower with the ankle.
Okay, I understand that. The team overall this year, you had a good combination of seniors and youth. And sometimes that's a hard mix to, try to get it together. I'm sure Ashley will say, it can be interesting sometimes. But overall, the couple games I did get to see you guys play, you guys were very, very competitive at times. It's just unfortunately, you would have maybe that one set where things just like, wait a minute, and this is the same girls that just played the set before? What was that about?
I don't know. We had we'll do so good, and then we have a rough set, and then we just dig ourselves in a big hole. And then we struggle getting ourselves out of the hole, which I don't know, it just kind of happens.
Well, don't worry, your coach had the same saying when I talked to her on the post-game show. She kept saying, I can't figure it out. I said, if I had an answer for you, I would give it to you, but I don't have the answer either. But again, that's part of playing sports, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to go through those hard times and stuff to be able to learn lessons that when you are successful, you can look back on those bad days and maybe appreciate the winning more.
It's all like a learning game,
Yeah. What have you learned playing sports? What have you learned from playing sports?
Ooh, I'd say you can't be too hard on yourself, but you also definitely have to hold yourself accountable for what you have done. And team chemistry is probably the most important thing that you could have while playing a sport.
Okay. Now you're a junior?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got another year. Do you play any other sports?
No. It's just it.
Off season? Do you don't do any club or anything?
Oh wait, yes I do.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you play at?
Spiketown, down in
Spiketown. I've heard of that.
Southeastern.
Okay, that's a pretty good program. That's good. All right. Well, congratulations on your start of the game for the Miami Trace varsity.
Thank you.
The young lady we saw in the game before that was in the reserve game. And that, of course, is Addison Cardinal. Addison, what grade you in?
I'm a freshman.
Get out of here. You don't look like no freshman. You look like you're about 7th grade. I'm telling you, these girls are getting younger and younger on me here. How long have you played volleyball?
Since the 7th grade.
Okay, about three years. Okay. What part of your game do you like, or you feel you do the best that you contribute to the team?
Setting.
Setting. All right. Let's play volleyball 101 with Mr. Young here. I know what the answer is, but I'm going to have you explain it to me. What is your main goal as a setter?
To set the ball up for the hitters to hit.
So it's kind of like you're like at the point guard? Kind of like you're distributing the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, good. See, I'll get it. I'll get the answer from her. Ashley's over there like, I got it. Okay. All right. What game was the toughest for you this year?
Probably going against Trace.
Why?
Because there's so much pressure on. I feel like there's so much pressure, put on me, and my teammates.
Because you're going against a county rival? Yeah, I understand that. So as a freshman, you've got 3 more years ahead of you and things like that. During the off season, what are some of the things you feel that you have to work on, maybe the coach told you to work on?
Probably working more on setting. I've had a couple finger problems this year.
Oh, yeah?
I've jammed my fingers so many times.
Ooh.
And probably team bonding is something we all need to work on.
Okay. Well, Scotty and Addison won during the for courthouse for Miami Trace. See, you guys thought I was going to sit here and talk to you for 15, 20 minutes. I'm trying to keep it short, okay? So you survived, right? Okay, good. As long as they survive, we're in good shape. So, Nick, let's take another quick break. We'll come back. We're going to talk to your coach. So if you want to hang around and see what good things she says about you, okay, you can do that. And when you come back, we'll talk to Ashley Diatley, okay? Stay with us right here on our special Star of the Game program from the Epifano McDonald's restaurant in Jeffersonville. Well, our co-host is with us now, Ashley Diatley, who's been with us throughout the entire morning. Two other young ladies, one for the Miami Trace game. Talk to us a little bit about Scotty and also Addison, if you would.
Well, Scotty's first year on varsity as a junior. She brings a lot of height, as you noticed, and she was out half of our season, which we were pretty sad about. In the summer, we went to a tournament, and she just went down. And unfortunate, I was hoping that it was just something going to be quick, but with all the recovery, it just kind of took her out most of the season, really. So that kind of changed things for us and what we were doing. We had to kind of move some people around, do some different things. But, one of the things that I admire is Scotty's made a lot of improvement over the last year. Just her efforts in being able to see the court a lot more, and her speed of her game has picked up. So looking forward to having her full-time, next year, and then being able to get back there. And then Addison's freshman coming into the program and did a really nice job working both freshman and JV team. And she is a setter. She's got a lot of speed under her. So hoping that as her ball handling increases and all that, she's going to step right into that setting position for us that we're going to be needing filled in these next couple of years. So big things happening for both the young ladies that you saw, and so hoping as we go forward throughout the off season, we see them a lot more on the court. So
okay, I'm going to say Scotty, I think, won last year for the reserve game.
Yeah, she did.
So now she's won for varsity.
Yeah.
So you still got some time to keep repeating if you want to, okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
One final question, and we're going to let you go because you've been hanging around all morning, and I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
What is one area areas that you really want the girls to really have to work on to next year to really get the program to continue to grow?
I would say probably just getting that offensive momentum going. I think our defense is in pretty good standing. It's, we've got some different players back there that have been doing that for a little bit, but we've had some a lot more and be a little bit more productive on the kill side, and so we're going to be working on that a lot this season and a lot coming forward in the off season. So.
All right, well, look forward to covering some of your games next year.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy the off season, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, okay.
A little bit.
Okay, Ashley Diatley joined us from the Washington Courthouse Volleyball Program. Thank her again for staying around for a little bit with the interviews. We'll take another break. We're getting there, folks. We're just got a few more kids to talk to and coaches, and we'll be done for today. So stay with us right here on the Epifano Sports Network. Okay, we're back here now. We're going to do this segment just like we did the last one. We're going to talk to the two players, take a break, and then Jack Anders, one of the assistant coaches from Miami Trace, is going to be talking with him. And then we got Miami Trace volleyball program, and then that'll wrap it up for today. So stay with us, okay? Julian Baker, he was our star of the game, I should say, against Logan Elm. Asher LeBeau was just with us a few weeks ago, right? He got it for the game against Washington Courthouse. Julian, let's talk to you first. You are a freshman?
Yeah.
Pretty good freshman.
Yeah.
What I've seen, you're what? What positions do you play?
I am running back and outside linebacker.
Which one do you like to play?
Running back for sure.
Oh, you like to carry the ball. You don't like to hit people?
I mean, you do both.
You do both.
I love carrying the ball.
Okay, well, that's good. What part of playing football do you like to learn from? I mean, I know what positions you play, but is there other things besides playing sports and stuff like that that you really kind of like, oh man, this is really teaching me some stuff?
Football is just like teach you to play with your friends and like just like you're playing with your friends and you both are gonna accomplish. Like you guys play, like if you're closer in teammates, then you play better and you guys. It's just a team effort.
Yeah, I think that's the key is that when you play sports, you are part of a team.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, your individual efforts has got to be important to contribute, but overall, it's the team thing, and sometimes that kind of keeps you humble a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What you had a couple of really good games. What was probably your best game you thought personally for yourself?
I would say Western Brown. I had 4 touchdowns that game.
I'm sorry.
Western Brown.
How many touchdowns?
4.
That's what I thought you said. I just did that just for dramatic effect.
Oh.
I thought you said 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
My goodness. What was your longest run in that game? Do you remember? If you don't worry. I know it's been months ago.
I'm not sure. I think it was like close to like 60 or 50 yards.
Oh, near 50? Okay. How many yards did you end up rushing for this year? Do you have an idea?
No.
It was several hundred, I
Yeah.
think. You know, I know it wasn't what this fella here did, but you know, you might be the heir apparent. I don't know. I don't know what the coaches got lined up for you for next year. Besides football, what do you play?
I play basketball and I'm thinking about doing track.
Really?
100% sure, yeah.
Okay. Playing basketball, what have you learned from playing that? It's just to help you keep in shape, or?
Keeps me in shape and I like it a lot, so playing with my friends too, so.
All right, well, we'll probably see you this afternoon sometime.
Yeah.
So I better get you out of here pretty soon, or the coaches will start calling me. Let's talk to Asher LeBeau right now. Asher, of course, he was first team All-AFC. You were second at all time in rushing, I believe it is, behind your brother. Is that right?
Yeah, I think. I thought it was season.
For the season, that's what I meant. Yeah. In a single season, you're second behind your brother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 1,684 yards. That's a lot of ground, my friend. What's the key to that? Offensive line.
Yeah, your offensive line. Your teammates obviously blocking for you good.
Yeah.
And Julian blocks for me good a lot, leading me through the holes and stuff.
That's good. You know as well as anyone that as the season progresses, everybody's going to be aiming for you, or they're going to try to shut down Trey's passing the game, things like that. To you personally, I assume that's a challenge you really like to take on. It's like, you guys got to try to stop me. I'm coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a challenge because they know we're going to try to run more than we're going to try to pass a lot of times. So I know I got to run good a lot of times if we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that can be a challenge.
You wrestled too, right?
Yeah.
How's your season gone so far? I know it just started, hadn't it?
Yeah, it's just started. I'm doing pretty good right now, I would say.
You know what your record is?
I'm not completely sure my record is. I know I've lost 4 times though.
Really?
Yeah, the last meet I lost 4 times.
You up a weight class?
No, I was resting my weight class.
Okay. Well, you can turn it around.
Yeah, I can still turn it
All
around.
right. You guys have some tough competition.
Yeah.
You got to go to Great Valley next weekend over at Dayton.
This Wednesday and Thursday, it's at Vandalia Butler. The GMVWA, it's a pretty big tournament.
That's a big tournament.
3 different states.
Season round right off the bat before you get into the league, okay? I think I asked you this before. Have you thought about college ball or anything, or?
I haven't really thought about it too much because I don't really know what I'm going to do after high school, so I'm not going to go to college to play sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good enough. All right, well, you got player of the game against Miami Trace. I can't remember how many yards you had. It was around 180, 200, something like that.
I'm not sure.
It might have been even more than that. Like I say, it's been so long ago, forget what the final stats was, but I know it was a very impressive game. Congratulations on that, and we're going to let you go. You got basketball. You get wrestling off today?
I wrestled today already.
You already wrestled?
Yeah.
Boy, your coaches are mean, man. They just run you guys to death. But anyway, congratulations, guys, for winning Star of the Game award. It's been a pleasure to watch you play this past season. Asher, good luck to you during the wrestling season, okay? All right, we'll take a break. We'll talk to Jack Andrews right after this. Okay, Jack Andrews is with us right now, assistant coach from Miami Trace, filling in for Jerry Williams today. Jack, let's talk about these two young men we just talked about, Julian and Asher, both key players for you. And the thing is, one's a freshman and one's a senior.
Yeah. So, we knew that, with the return of Asher from last year, to this year, and their contrast in the way they run is a little different.
Right.
But I think it was a great compliment, and especially for a kid that's a freshman with Julian coming in, Asher being able to be that leader for him, kind of, show him the things that he needed to do, the fine details. There's a big jump from junior high football to varsity football. And a lot of kids get the opportunity to play reserve, but Julian had that talent, and it was a special running back, and Asher was, we knew what Asher was, and just a great running back already, and so super excited. I mean, he'll be coming back next year. We got a couple other guys that'll be back, and let's see what happens.
So Trey's coming back, quarterback and stuff like that. So
Yep. You got there's the Dolls boy. There's Evan Colgrove coming back. Of course, Julian. So we got a nice complement of backs that'll be back next year. And
some of your football players do play other sports during the winter and stuff. Is that things that you and Jerry and the coaching staff kind of emphasize? Hey, guys, you might want to try some other sports and stuff during the off season, or do you want them to basically go with weights all the time, or what?
We encourage kids to play multiple sports.
Okay.
One, it helps reduce the risk of injury because, and here's why, because the repetitive nature of just playing one sport over and over and over again can put you at risk. I mean, because it's the same movements, the same. So when I look at it, I can't really speak for Coach Williams, but I look at offensive, defensive linemen. I love for them to be in the wrestling room. I know Coach Williams, he loves for them, if you're a wide receiver, a skilled kid, he loves for them to be into basketball. Track and field is always going to help your speed and do those type of things. And I know we have a bunch of kids that also play baseball.
Right.
So it's good to see kids playing multiple sports and being involved in other things. And I will always encourage it.
All right. Well, we're going to keep this short because I know you probably got still some Christmas shopping to do, right? I'm
Yeah,
Did your wife give you the list and stuff like that?
Well, we went Christmas shopping a little bit yesterday, but I may have to go Christmas shopping for her today.
Okay. Oh, okay. Shh, she's watching.
I know.
You didn't hear that. All right. Well, Jack, appreciate you hanging around with us and talking about these young fellas. And, well, we'll probably see you around.
Yep.
So try to stay out of trouble if you
Oh,
can.
I will.
All right. Hold on here a second. We'll take a break. We still got some girls from the volleyball program, and then we'll be done. So stay with us right here on the Star of the Game special. All right, we're back here, Star of the Game. Our last set of Star of the Games is volleyball. Miami Trace. We have 5 young ladies, and then talk to Coach Duck Mace and get everybody out of here. Because I know you got a ball game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I got one too. You probably will have more work to do than I will, though. I just talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren Ferens and Laura Guest is with us right now. Lauren and Lauren. That's kind of an unusual name, isn't it?
I don't think it's unusual.
Well, you don't think so. Well, I would hope not. Miss Ferens, tell us about your game against Greenview. I think you had, what, 15, 16 kills?
I think so. It's a lot of just placing the ball where they wouldn't go, and making them move.
See, now, when I interviewed you after the game, I could tell that this was your first time being interviewed. You were nervous, but you are so calm and collected now. You're professional. So if you get selected in years to come, you know, hey, I'll go talk to Randy. Piece of cake.
Yeah.
It's just like talking to Grandpa or something like that. You know, the old guy, you know, like that. I'm just teasing you, okay? What other sports do you play in?
Track and field.
Track and field.
Yeah.
What are you running now?
800, 400, a little bit of 200.
Okay. Why those distances?
I'm not a fan of long distance, and it's not like it hurts my knees, and I don't like that for volleyball. And then I'm better at mid distance than short distance. It's just what I'm put in.
You have knee problems.
Only during track.
Oh, only during track.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know, I hear a lot of things about young kids talking about, you know, playing volleyball and stuff like that. It can have an effect on your body and stuff, like especially knees, doing a lot of jumping and stuff like that. So, what position was you mostly playing on the volleyball team?
Mainly outside hitter, and then I'd rotate to back row, and I played left side defense. But my main position would be outside hitter.
Okay, so you played a lot of defense up around the net area, if I remember right.
Yes.
And you had a pretty good season, if I remember right.
I'd say so.
You'd say so, yeah. What activities are you involved with at school?
Mainly just volleyball stuff.
Well, I mean, you're in other school activities, clubs and stuff like that?
Not really.
Oh, you're just one of those, I'm just give me the volleyball and I'm going with it, huh?
I guess so.
Oh, that's all right. You involved in other clubs, 4-H, FFA, anything like that?
I do FFA, and then 4-H, and then we do a lot of stuff like community stuff through our volleyball club.
See, I knew I could draw it out of her. I just had to ask the right questions, you know? I said, now this girl's involved in stuff. I know she is. She's just not, come on now, give me some answers here, all right? Okay. Well, Ms. Guest, you're part of the Guest family.
I am.
And, you know, everybody always talks about your brothers. Well, I still think you may end up being the best athlete of the whole family.
I hope so.
You hope so?
I do.
Don't tell your brothers I said that. They might get mad at me. But anyway, your brother just signed to college, right? Mm-hmm. Lehigh.
Yes.
Did he talk to you and the family about that decision, or did he say, you guys don't worry about it, I'm going to take care of it?
Well, back and forth. But
back and forth.
Yes, we were very excited for him.
What did, as a sister, what did you want him to maybe try to remember or help in his decision? Was there anything particular you want him to remember?
Not to go too far from me.
Not too far from him.
Not too far, but I'm proud of him. So.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Tell us about yourself. What things are you involved in?
I'm in Key Club, Spanish Club, play basketball.
Okay.
4-H, FFA.
Okay.
So.
See, that's the advantage she had. She had me. She listened to me asking you those questions because she knew what was coming up, so she had the answers. So she should be giving you an assist or something. Or she should give you an assist because you helped her with that interview. Yeah. All right, girls. When you play volleyball, you play under probably one of the best coaches in high school in this area, in Doug Mace. Man's record speaks for itself. The success, he's a legend. Yeah, he's a legend. Now that you've had a chance to play under him for a year or two, and you look back on this experience, and you still got some experience ahead of you, but maybe talking with, I know Jenny played under him, and I know his daughter played under him and stuff. What are some of the things that you've gleaned from him? Maybe not necessarily about volleyball, but life in general.
To work hard.
Work hard.
Work hard, yeah. He has a lot of life lessons.
We get a lot of random life lessons during practice.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
He'll just pull them out of the sky and say, man, really?
Mm-hmm. Maybe read a book.
He could.
We always tell him to.
Really?
Yep.
That's good. That's good. Because sometimes that's probably more effective than saying, okay, guys, let's sit down today. I'm going to give you some facts of life. It's probably better to do it while he's coaching and stuff. You'll probably remember it more. All right. So, Lauren, you're going to be involved with 4-H projects. You're playing basketball. And you're playing track and going to do track. Hopefully your knees won't hurt.
Hopefully.
Okay. And you play, after basketball, you will be in
club volleyball and
club volleyball. Okay. So I've got that information down so I can remember that. Will I? That's the question. But anyway, you never know. I may throw some of that during the broadcast tonight. Well, I talked to Lauren today, and she told me, All right. All right, girls, congratulations. Start the game against Greenview, which was the first game of the year. My goodness, it's been forever, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And appreciate you coming up today and talking to us, all right? Stay right there. We're going to talk to a couple more young ladies right after this here on our special Star of the Game from Epifano McDonald's and the Epifano Sports Network. All right, we're back here for the Star of the Game. With us right now is Caitlin Bach, right? You're Caitlin.
Yeah.
Huh, here, I thought she was Yazel for some reason. Caitlin Bach's with us right now. Caitlin won for the reserve game between Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse. And Kylie Yazel, she won twice. Chillicothe. And also Miami Trace Varsity. Do you know you're the only two-time winner of Star of the Games this year?
Know that.
they should be having a parade for you. We'll have to mention that to Mr. Hammond, see what he can do for you.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but All right, Kate, let's talk to you first. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's your parents?
Troy and Kathy Bach.
And what are some of the subjects that you take at school?
I take CCP French through Sinclair, and then I just take.
Hold on a second. I'm an older guy. You're talking real fast. All I heard was French class, and you used a bunch of initials in front of it, and it's like, I don't understand.
So it's CCP French.
Oh, college prep.
Yeah.
See, that's okay. Now I understand.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
And then just regular math, English, geometry, and then English, science, history, health, and then next semester we'll start financial class.
Woo. Didn't know they did financial classes at school. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Why French?
I want to get my honors diploma. I think next semester I'm going to start psychology or sociology too.
Really? Wow. What's drawn you to those fields?
I don't know if I want to take business or go in the medical field, but I want to get my honors diploma.
Okay. What's the honors diploma?
I think it just looks better on your college resume.
The classes, there's certain classes you have to take to get that?
To get three language.
Okay.
Or
sciences and stuff like that? Okay. You're only a freshman, right?
Sophomore.
Sophomore. So you got 2 years of school left.
Yeah.
So are you planning on taking college prep courses every year?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it seems like it's the trend with all the kids now. Everybody's taking college prep courses. When I was in school, it's been a long time, but it hasn't been that long. I don't ever remember you offering college prep courses to high school students. So, and a lot of kids are taking advantage of it. And you might as well, get them out of the way if you can, and you can go in and out of college quicker. What part of your game of volleyball do you feel you do very, very well?
Setting, but I think reading defense is one of the things I like the most about everything.
Now, Mrs. Persinger is your coach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What have you learned from her? She's one of the coaching trees from Doug Mace and stuff like that. So what things have you learned from her?
Definitely being a better teammate all around. When we run 5-1, since we only have 2 setters for both JV and varsity.
Okay.
I think that just being a better teammate and playing any position and being able to just do anything that they tell you to do.
Okay, that's good. Well, let's talk to Kylie here. One thing I remember covering your games this year is you like to serve, and you're pretty doggone good serving. Now, I've had 2 other girls in here today that are pretty good as well. Louisa from Fayette Christian and Erin from Greenview. What is it about the serving game that seems to draw the attention of people?
Well, I think it's the first thing that starts a play, and when you score just off of a serve, then it's wow, I don't know. And then just being aggressive with your serve, being consistent, and making other teams not know wherever you're going to serve and just putting pressure on them. It's just.
When you get up to serve, are you saying, okay, I'm going to get an ace? Or do you say, okay, where's the weakness at? That's where I got to aim for him.
I think it all depends on the game. If it's a pretty easy game, I think I'm being as aggressive as possible, but when it gets a little closer in a game, I want to put the ball in play and trust my team that we can score great. So. Now,
are you playing positions other than server, or are they rotating you in and out?
I say in all the time. I'm a setter, just like Katie.
Okay.
And so, I'll serve when I get back there, and then I'll just set whenever I'm done.
Okay. You're a freshman, right?
Yes.
Okay. I know one of you was freshman, so that means you got 3 more years to go. I'm sure the coach talked to you and said, I need you to work on this part of your game during the off season. What is that area that you need to improve on?
Definitely for me, leadership, because like
leadership, okay.
Yes, but like being a setter, like you kind of like are running the offense, and you kind of have to, since I'm on the court all the time, I need to be better with communicating to all my teammates and just be, I think, more of a vocal leader, because I'm naturally quiet, so I think I need to work on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember here. Kaylin, did you do any off-season volleyball?
I do off-season volleyball, and then I also play basketball.
Basketball, okay. I thought you had another sport there. Kaylin?
I do not do any other sports, but I do play volleyball all year round. I play
All year round, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are still working on sports or during the volleyball and stuff like that. Okay, good. Well, congratulations again. Kaylin won for the Miami Trace team in the reserve game against Washington Courthouse. Kylie won for the Chillicothe varsity game and the Miami Trace varsity game. Ladies, thanks so much. Appreciate you hanging around here a little bit. Stay with us a few minutes. We'll give you your plaques and get some pictures, and then you can have Mom and Dad go take your Christmas shopping and say, I want this, I want that, I want that, okay? All right. We'll take a break. We'll have our final set of interviews right after this. All right, this is our final duo. Addison Butts and head coach of the Miami Trace volleyball program, Doug Mace, here on our Star of the Game special. Addison's been with us a few times.
Yep.
Star of the Game, you won, was a student athlete last year, or no? Star of the Game.
Star of the Game.
Star of the Game, okay. Tell me about your season. You had a pretty good one.
Yeah, I mean,
Didn't start off that way, though, did it?
Started off slow with my broken hand, but once I came back from that, it was a very good season for me. I achieved a lot personally, and then our team also was very successful.
You were Player of the Year, right?
Yep.
Second year in a row?
Yep.
Which means you're pretty good.
I guess so.
You guess so? She's humble. She's humble. What part of your game you feel is the best?
Probably my ability to just attack different spots on the court and find the open spot to score points.
That's an interesting point you brought up, because I want to ask you that. How do you know where to hit it if you're either in midair or the ball is up in the air? How do you figure out, in a split second, where you're going to hit it to?
And you just got to do your best to read the defense and figure out where they've been for the majority of the game, and you can kind of figure out based off of that where most likely it's going to be open.
She knows her stuff, doesn't she? Well, that's good.
She's Player of the Year.
That's why she's Player of the Year. That's right. You still got one more year?
One more.
Good. Whew. I was hoping one of these wouldn't graduate. You kind of get used to certain students and stuff. You like to see them play and stuff. Then they say, "No, I'm done." I'm like, "Ah." So
we're very fortunate that he's getting to come back one more year.
Yeah, that's good. Annie, I'm sure you seem like the person that always want to continue to improve your game and stuff like that. What do you want to work on during this off season to get ready for your senior year?
Blocking is definitely something that I personally need to improve on. Just improving that will help my overall game a lot.
Okay. Now, you do mostly off-season volleyball, right?
I do.
Where do you play out of?
Elite Volleyball Club,
Out of,
Plain City.
so what, you go to Plain City every week, or do you go where they go?
Yeah, I go there to practice 3 times a week, and then.
My goodness. That's a lot of mileage on the car.
I know.
And then,
A lot.
where do you go play at? I mean, you play there, or you travel around the...
No, we travel around a lot. We have several different places we go play.
Okay. And what do you feel from that experience has helped you?
Just getting to play with like new players and getting to play at a higher level sometimes is really beneficial.
You going to go to college?
Hopefully.
And you going to play volleyball?
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, hopefully that'll work out then, okay? Doug, you've had several young ladies throughout the years as being awarded stars of the game, student athletes and things like that. Let's talk about this young lady, though. She's one of the special ones you've had over the years.
She has really made a change for us as far as our program. You know, and we saw this early on, and just some of the things she can do. She's, you know, when she brings up how she tries to find the open spots to hit the ball and stuff. And for Addie, it's one of those things where it comes natural to her. She does a very good job of not just focused on her individual things she needs to do, but she's actually really observing the other team. She's got a very good court awareness, and she uses that to her advantage a good bit. And you know, not only does she score points for us, but this season started out a little rough. We had a couple of players injured, including this one. You know, and a lot of new faces. Mm-hmm. So you know, the team was coming together slowly. We were working some things out. But when she finally was able to start practicing with the team a little bit, and then when she was able to play in that first game, and we brought her in off the bench, you just saw the whole entire team. They just changed. You know, they were looking at her like, Addie's now back, and that was cool to see. So she's got that rare ability to, when she walks out on the floor, she makes the other players better. And you know, that's a quality that you don't see all the time, but that is one of, I feel, her best traits and her best quality is when she's on the floor with us. You know, the other girls around her, the whole entire team, you know, they rise, they play better, and she even gets better. She brings better coaching out of the coaching staff. You know, we're making sure that, you know, we want to try to give not only her, but then in her whole team the opportunity to play the best they can. So we're more challenged because we know what she can do.
Right.
And so now we're trying to elevate that even more. And, you know, so it takes a little more planning on our part, a little more coaching thought process, but it's good for everybody. And, you know, I've been coaching for a long time, and we don't have that many players come through your systems and your programs, and so when you do, it's special, and you cherish those 3-4 seasons that you get with players like that, and you just love what they do, because she doesn't realize it yet, but she's already giving back to the program, because there's some junior high kids that are watching her play, and they're similar to when she was that age, going, I want to be like that.
Uh-huh.
And that's so huge for your program going forward. So we'll be thanking and talking about Addie for a long time.
Yep. She's special to watch, and I'm glad I've had a chance to cover the last couple of years.
I've seen you get kind of excited over
just a few times, you know. But you know, it's hard not to become a fan when these young people are out there. You know, they're really busting their butt, you know, to do effort and stuff like that. And again, that's something you can't coach. They almost have to have it themselves.
We've been very fortunate the last several years. We've had a group of players that just have come through the program that they want to excel. They want to be the best they can be. You know, and that's that inner drive. Mm-hmm. That you can coach a lot of things, or you can lead a lot of things, but that inner drive of a person and that passion that they want to use to try to reach new goals all the time is special. And you know, when you're on the coaching side of things, you know, it's a great thing to be around for me, because it keeps me wanting to keep going forward too. So, you know, I think being around the kids and watching them push themselves as hard as they do and try to achieve new goals, you know, each season, it's pretty rewarding and one of those special things I think as a coach that we get out of it that is above and beyond anything else. You know, the wins and losses, they all kind of take care of themselves, but to be around players, especially like Addison, and getting that opportunity is what it's really all about.
I'm going to say real quickly, you know, the two Laurens, you got Caitlin, you got Kylie, and then Addison, all are underclassmen.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you've got to be like, okay, we're in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, they're keeping me out of retirement.
Okay. That's a good way to end the interview right there, okay? He's not retiring, folks, all right? That's a news scoop. You just heard it here first. All right, Addison, congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck to you during the off season. Doug, as always, it's always great to see you again, my friend.
Thanks for having us.
And we're looking forward to another season next year of Miami Trace volleyball.
We're going to try to do our best.
All right. And just stay right there for a second. We're just going to go ahead and wrap it up because I know that we've kind of gone over, but appreciate everyone that's kind of hung around a little bit today. We've had over 20-some interviews with coaches, so we've been busy, but we've enjoyed it, and we've learned a lot from each of these young people about their future plans and their philosophies and things like that, so we're very thankful for that. Thanks to Nick Epifano for sponsoring these awards through WCHC, and also for the Student Athlete Awards that is given out to the schools as well. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. Don't forget, later on tonight, we'll be naming some more stars of the games when we do the boys and girls varsity. Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse will take the air at approximately at 5:45 from Miami Trace on WCHC. And again, for the star of the game, sponsored by the Epifano McDonald's restaurants. Until then, I'm Randy Young. Good afternoon, everyone.